Frank Smith and I'm the Fleet Sales Manager here at LSH Auto with Mercedes-Benz. I'm here with Sonny today.
Hello, I'm a key account manager. I work for Frank, so part of Frank's team.
And we're here to discuss plug-in hybrid and EQC and all things electric.
Yeah, so Frank, what do you think the benefit of plug-in hybrid and the EQC full electric vehicles in the Mercedes range are?
Well, I think there's a couple of benefits. The main benefit is benefit in kind, because everyone wants to reduce their tax burden. Personally, I would imagine, and company-wise. Okay, so realistically, with the EQC at no emissions, and E-Class and C-Class plug-in hybrids at under 50, and C-Class especially under 40, 39 grams of CO2. And I think realistically it's a no-brainer for that.
So what kind of customer can benefit from them low emissions? Who would benefit? What person?
Well, any company car driver who is looking to take a car as a company car needs to look at plug-in hybrid or full electric vehicles. I think gone are the days where you can take a diesel because now the taxation is it's the devil's car, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think reading there it's declined to 1 in 4 now on the road, which is a decline, but it is still 2040. So don't let that put you off some of our diesel range, obviously.
No, absolutely not. But I think, given from a fleet perspective,
yes,
anybody taking a company car needs to be looking at plug-in hybrid of some description or full electric. You can see growth is happening. Yeah. Infrastructure's it's getting there. I mean, if everyone in Manchester, swapped to an electric car overnight, then realistically, we'd have an issue.
Yes.
But currently, I mean, you can go to your NCP car park. Great benefit. You get straight in on the ground floor, right? And you get parked straight in it. Yes, you have to pay for your electric, but
it'll save you on curved alloys and other things.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, especially if you look at Manchester and London, to be perfectly honest, the infrastructure that they're putting in place for plug-in hybrids on lampposts these days it's massive.
Yeah.
And you can see cars, in London and Manchester, and I believe London are putting in something like 1,500 more plug-in hybrid.
Yeah, it's definitely coming, and obviously most manufacturers now are pushing down that route, especially obviously here at our dealership. When it was built, it's a £70 million dealership. It's the largest Mercedes dealership in Europe. Tell us how many points we've got here, Frank. We mentioned it before.
We've got about 20 electric points in here, and also we've got 4 just in the handover bays. So if you are purchasing or you're picking up a electric car or a hybrid, we've got 4 bays with electric chargers in them.
So it'll be going out fully charged.
Yeah, strangely, a woman before Christmas came in with a full electric Smart, and it was quite funny because she came in. She went, "I've just come off the M60. I saw the Mercedes-Benz dealership, and I sort of need some help." And I went, "Okay." Luckily, I was actually at the front waiting for a customer coming in, and she says to us, "I'm 20 miles from home, and my car's telling me I've got 10 miles to go, and I'm never going to get home, and I'm going to be stuck. Is there any chance I could plug my car in?" And I went, "Give us your keys and I'll just chuck it in the handover bay, because the bays outside you pay for." So I said to her, "Look, there's a cup of coffee. Do you want a sandwich?" Give her a sandwich and a cup of coffee. Took the car down, charged it up for an hour, and by the time she'd finished her coffee and a sandwich, there was enough charge to get her home. I think that's one of the things we're going to have to look at is service levels.
I think knowing you for the time that I've known you, Frank, that obviously you've got 27 years experience, that you really, really care. I think that comes across, and it comes across me being part of your team. It makes me care, and obviously everybody else in there. I've never seen, especially the support staff in there. So for our customers, the level of support that they get, I'd say is second to none in our industry. So you drive that, Frank.
Well, I think we all drive it.
Yeah.
It's not just me. You lead by example, but I think realistically, your staff have to, work with customers and internally.
Yeah.
I think customers need to have and make an informed decision on the vehicle they're driving. These days, customer service is stepping up a notch, and it has to step up because. Not everyone's an expert.
No.
And allegedly we are supposed to be the experts. So we need to know quite a lot.
Yes.
I think sitting down with the customer and explaining things like, if they buy an electric vehicle or they buy a plug-in hybrid, they have to change the way they drive.
Right.
Right. It's not up for conversation. They have to physically change. Okay, so no longer are you driving down the slip road to go into the M6 or the M60 or M1 or whatever you're getting onto. Okay, and then you're getting onto that path, and then you see in 25 yards ahead of you all these red lights coming on, and you slam the antennas on. Because all that do is it dissipates all of that electricity to the brakes. Because the car's saying, and cars are smart now.
Yeah.
They're saying you're not stopping, so I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
Right. And all that electricity is just really plugged in, and you've got in your battery. It's just going to drop out.
Yeah.
Okay. So realistically, what you need to do is you come down the motorway, you see the brake lights coming on, 250 yards ahead of you. Okay. You're doing a 72, and what you need to do is then take your foot off the accelerator and sail.
Yeah.
Because what that's doing is it's putting all that energy, kinetic energy, back into the battery.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's sort of helping you really.
I think that obviously now with the way they're developing things might change in the future. I know that the S560, the electric S560, which is in the top 10 of what car for buying for 2020 hybrid. That has like a turbo boost on it. So obviously they'll be looking at technologies like that, but you're right to talk about what's happening current, because people sometimes try and avoid them type of.
The really big benefit of this car is £15 road fund licence. Right.
Wow.
I mean, not being funny.
And it's got the 3 litre.
That's an 80 grand car. You're paying 15 quid a year on. I mean, it's just a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, added to the fact some of the benefits
and
are.
that's pretty set till 2023, I think, isn't it? In terms of as long as it's approved by this government.
Yeah, I mean, another benefit is that, if you're buying these cars outright, you can write them down over 12 months, right? I'm not
What do you mean
I'm not a tax expert, okay, but realistically, the government at the moment, if you buy a car cash, then that comes off your bottom line profit.
So limited companies and business owners will see the full benefits of.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, speak to your accountant.
Yeah.
But at this time, there's a benefit for that.
Yeah.
If you're leasing a car, obviously CO2 wise, BIK, benefit in kind, which I spoke about before, it's absolutely a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, we've even got people, because we opt out the company car scheme, and we have our own vehicles.
Yeah.
So what we've decided to do is look at what's best for our staff.
Yeah.
Especially if they're doing in excess of 1,000 miles a month, the likes of me and the likes of yourself are doing.
Yeah.
Okay. E-Class, 66 litre diesel tank, 30 litres on a charge. Okay, so electric, so you can do all your big motorway work on your diesel engine.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still getting 700 miles to a tank of fuel. Okay, you get into a city centre, you can use your electric. So
Makes sense.
It stops being the devil and starts.
And it's really easy to plug in, isn't it?
It's really easy to plug in.
It's a home charger, is the
There's a home charger. There's a 3-point charger on it. You know what I mean? There is a fast charger as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Mercedes are UK are investing massively in chargers.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not here to tell you what charger to buy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you've got to buy what's best for yourself. We use BP ChargeMaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, we discussed earlier about here on site, obviously there might only be 20 now, but we're future-proof, obviously 10.5 acre site, the largest dealership in Europe.
But all our new dealerships will have this amount of plug-in chargers.
Yeah.
And realistically, I think from a service perspective, we were talking about before, we're going to have to get more proactive and say to people, right, these are our sites.
Yeah.
If you're struggling and you can't get to a charging site, we will have within Birmingham and Manchester market areas somewhere that you can get to that will help you charge.
And obviously we have the app which is out there, which is Zap app. I believe it's Zap app.
Yeah. The EQC is brilliant. There's some things on the app that you need to be aware of, and you really.
Are you talking about comparing your EQC? What you're doing now against your mileage, or
No, yeah. What I'm talking about is the actual app, the Mercedes app for EQC.
Yes, sorry, So which is a great app. That actually.
The benefits of that are massive. You can go on your phone and you can look at, is my car charging? Has it finished charging? Whereabouts is it charging? It gives you a percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So if you're, especially on a full electric, you need to be even more aware of your charge than you do, because let's face it, on a normal petrol or diesel car, okay, you get down to 10 miles and realistically you've got 100, haven't you?
Yeah.
Or 60-ish, right? 60, between 60 and 100. So I think realistically, you're going to get there. On an electric car, you get down to 1, you're stopping.
Yes.
In a mile.
Yes.
Yeah, cars, sort of not happening. Okay. So realistically, we had a customer who phoned me from Birmingham who said, I've got to charge my car in. With my car fully last night, got 160 miles in. I've got a Birmingham on 120, but I've got 40 miles. And I went, right, where are you? And I looked online, and he was literally 2 miles away from one of our dealerships. I said, right, okay, go in the dealership. I'll phone them, make sure that they know you're there.
Yeah.
Okay, we can try and get you plugged in there. There's some charging points if you want to just use the charging point. And he did. He had an hour, he had a cup of coffee, right? But one of the benefits of this app is that you can actually, right, go online and see where you're going and where the charging points are between.
Right.
So for instance, if you're down to, 80 miles and you've got 100 to go, then you think, well, it's 11 o'clock, I can stop for a drink and then, use the facilities. Then realistically, you just plug it in.
Yes.
Yeah, get a boost, get to where you're going, plug it in where you are. Yeah, there's loads of chargers around now. Infrastructure is huge.
And if we talk about that Zap app, obviously that will tell you everywhere there is a charging point if you download that, where there's somebody using that particular charging point. So there's great options for people. So,
yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to know any more information, either phone me, phone Sonny. Your email address is
sonny.mouncy@lshauto.co.uk. Please contact me on the phone number below.
My email is frank.smith@lsh.co.uk, and you can call me on 07919 015 399. Thank you
very much.